Hello, learners! I'm Mary, and welcome to our fourth lesson on grammar. In this video, we're going to learn more about personal pronouns in English. This class will have three parts. First, a discussion. Second is our exercises. And let's have a review at the end. Let's first try to answer the question, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is used instead of a noun. It acts as a replacement for nouns, and it is also used to avoid repeating the same noun in a sentence. Let's look at some examples. Marta wants to read the book that Marta bought yesterday for Marta's class. If you notice, this sentence without pronouns sounds very unnatural, and we keep repeating the name Marta. If we add pronouns, we can say Marta or she wants to read the book that she bought yesterday for her class. The pronoun she is used instead of Marta. It acts as a replacement for the name. And, like I said, we make the sentence easier by not repeating the same name over and over again. We can use she or her. If you remember, just like nouns with different types, pronouns also have different types. We typically have 8 main kinds as well, but let's add 2 other types to see the differences. We have personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, reflexive, intensive, demonstrative, relative pronouns, interrogative, indefinite, reciprocal, and distributive pronouns. This lesson will focus on personal pronouns. A personal pronoun takes the place of a name or a noun. It helps us show who or what we're talking about in a sentence. Under personal pronouns, we have the singular and plural forms with the subject and object pronouns. Don't worry, it might seem a lot, but we're going to look at them one by one to show examples and make it easier to understand. Subject pronouns do the actions, like, my name is Mary. What pronouns can we use? If I want to say Mary, we can say I. I love reading books. I visit the library often. I in these sentences is the subject because of the action of reading books and visiting the library. Subject pronouns do the actions. It's just the opposite for object pronouns. They receive the action. Like, my friends always ask me for recommendations. Here, the noun friends, my friends, is the subject because they are the ones doing the action. Friends always ask me. And the object pronoun me, this is the object because this is the person who receives the action of being asked or the person the action is done to. They always ask me for recommendations. Let's look at more examples to make it clearer. The pronoun you is the same for subject and object. It doesn't change, but it follows the same rules as before. Subject, you planned the party. You is the subject here because why? If you answered, this is the person who does the action, that's correct. Who does the action in this sentence? You. You planned the party. Now, let's compare that to the object. Everyone praised you for your hard work. What do you think is the subject here? Everyone. What did everyone do? Praised you. So you is the object here because it receives the action. Everyone praised you. For masculine pronouns, we use he for the subject and him for the object. Again, the rules are still the same. Let's practice that. Subject, Joey. Joey loves playing soccer. He loves playing soccer. He practices every day. The object will be him. The coach trains him. For feminine pronouns, we use she for the subject and her for the object. Subject, Pilar works at a school. She works at a school. She is a good teacher. The object would be the students like her. We can use the pronoun it for animals that we don't know the gender of, and also for things or items such as phones, shoes, blankets, even for ideas or situations like meetings, plans, trips, and many more. The sentence is, the dog barks loudly. For dog, we can use the pronoun it if we don't know the gender of the dog. It wakes up the neighbors. They should calm it down. It becomes the object in this sentence. Now let's review the plural forms with the subject and object pronouns. Again, we'll go through them one by one to understand them easily. Let's start with the first example. Mia and I are siblings. What pronoun do you think we can use with the nouns Mia and I? We. That's right. We are siblings. We play games together. The pronoun we here is the subject because these are the people who are doing the action. That is correct. Playing games together. The object, let's look at it. Our parents take us to the park every weekend. Who is the subject in this sentence? Our parents. What do they do every weekend? They take us to the park every weekend. And who is being taken to the park? It's us, Mia and I. That's why the pronoun us is the object because it receives the action. Now we see the pronoun you again in plural form. You can be used in both singular and plural form. It's important to add more details or context to understand if we are using singular or plural form in a sentence. Let's look at an example to see what we're trying to say. You both are amazing artists. If you notice, we already have a clue here in this sentence. The word both means we are referring to two people. But what action are they doing? The verb is are. Well, it's not an action verb like running or paint. It's a linking verb, a verb that connects the subject to a description. Yes, they aren't doing an action, but the sentence tells what they are, their quality, or the state and description. You both are amazing artists. Now for the object, everyone wants to work with you. Here we follow the same pattern. Everyone is the subject. And what does everyone want to do? Work. But work with whom? With both of you. With you. That's why you is the object here because it receives the action. Lastly, when we want to talk about two or more people, animals, things, ideas, etc., we use the pronoun they for the subject and them for the object. My friends live across the street. They live across the street. They visit me every weekend. Those are the subject in the sentences. The object will be them. I'll hang out with them later. Now it's your turn. Try using these personal pronouns and make your own sentences. Feel free to share them in the comments down below so we can check the sentences together. Or we can also do a few exercises to practice our skills. For the first exercise, write the correct subject pronoun for the underlined words. Pause the video to answer. This is the first part. And this is the second part. Let's check our answers together. Sarah is reading a book. Sarah. For feminine, we can use she. She is reading a book. The cat is sleeping soundly. We don't know the gender of the cat, so we can use it. My brother likes baking. Masculine pronoun, let's use he. He likes baking. You are my best friend. Do we need to change anything? We say the same thing. You are my best friend. For number 5, Leah and I, we can use we. We are sisters. My colleagues are presenting. Plural form, referring to two or more people, not including us. So we can say they. They are presenting. You and your friends should come to the party. You should come to the party. You all should come to the party. The last one, number 8. The cars are parked outside. We can also use they for items if you remember. So that's why we use they are parked outside. Now for the second exercise, complete the sentences with the correct object pronoun. Again, you may pause the video to answer. Here's the first part. This is the second part. All right, let's check our answers. Number 1, the waiter brought the wrong dish. I had to send it back to the kitchen. It equals the object of send. Number 2, my cousin called me last night. She told me about her new job. We use the same thing. Me equals the object of told or tell me. The manager asked to speak with Nico. She wanted to discuss his work performance. Number 4, Sheila asked for the report. I sent it to her immediately. Number 5, Jan wanted to have a meeting with you. He called you multiple times. We say the same thing. Number 6, the tourists got lost, so a local guide helped them find the hotel. Them for tourists. We submitted the assignment early, and the professor praised us for our hard work. Since you are both new here, I will show you around the office. Stay the same. Number 9, the children were crying, so their mother gave them some toys. And 10, we moved to our new house and the neighbors invited us to their backyard barbecue this weekend. Great job! All exercises are now complete, and it's time for a quick review. In this lesson, we learned about pronouns. A pronoun is used instead of a noun. It acts as a replacement for nouns, and we use it to avoid repeating the same noun in a sentence to make things easier. We also looked at the main types of nouns, but we focus on personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are the same. They take the place of a name or a noun, and it helps us show who or what we're talking about in the sentence. We learned that we have singular pronouns to talk about one person, animal, place, thing, idea, etc., and plural pronouns for two or more people, animals, places, things, and many more. The subject pronoun is the person or thing we are talking about. The verb may show an action, like do something, or a state and description, what the subject is, like I love reading books. My friends live across the street. While the object pronoun is the person or thing that receives the action of the verb that the verb affects, or the person or thing the action is done to. For example, my friends always ask me for recommendations. I'll hang out with them later. Well, then, for completing the fourth lesson, I hope you enjoyed learning with us today. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments. I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for studying with us today, and please always take care. Goodbye.